Hello everyone, and welcome back to DMG. Today we have floppy drives. This one doesn't quite work. Now, it's been quite the saga trying to reinstall XP on this Athlon 64 system. So basically, you will have seen last video, the IDE disk, it just died. It just died on me. So, like completely out of the blue. So I tried to use a SATA drive. After like an hour of messing around and finally getting it to be recognized by any operating system, at which point I put an Ubuntu 2110 hard drive in to test it, and it actually booted. Needed to make sure the SATA port worked. And so I stuck in an Ubuntu 21.10 drive. So here's Ubuntu, modern Ubuntu on a single core CPU, 2 gigs of RAM. Because reminder, this is the first 64-bit CPU, so it can run any modern operating system within reason. So it wasn't a SATA port problem. I needed to load a SATA driver from a floppy. So this was the floppy drive that was in the system. I slide a floppy into it. It makes a horrible squeak sound, tries to seek, and then I hear this crunch. It's not awful, but you can still somewhat see right there on the, that's one of the first tracks on the floppy. Now the driver files are only about 500 kilobytes. So, because that only uses a third of the floppy, I don't quite know how that works, but I think if I just, fill the rest with useless information and keep it on the good tracks, I don't have to waste another floppy. But I'm going to be opening this one and seeing what's wrong with it, and if it's completely broken, I'm going to keep this floppy drive around because, although I don't know how to fix them now, if you drop a comment of an easy way to fix it that would be pretty cheap, I'll consider it and fix this drive. I have this drive here because the mechanism probably still works. And, I think these front plastic things are just standard. And I want a black floppy drive so it'll match the case, so I'll take the white one off. Oh, one interesting thing to note is this one doesn't have a bottom. It's just like open. The date of manufacture on this drive is 06. This one's probably like late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, April 2003. So first I'll just start by... Oh, that was easy. Oh! That's absolutely disgusting. It doesn't show up well on camera, but there is so much dust in this drive. Here, for comparison, I'll open the other, and it'll probably show up then. Oh yeah, that's so much cleaner. So that like orangey red dust, it looks a lot like brick dust actually. And it's all on the inside of the lid as well. And it's probably all over the head, so I'll grab a flashlight and check that out. Oh yeah. So just all over the head assembly is just a crap ton of dust. So I'll dust this off and, try to clean it, but, it's probably going to need more repair than that. Alright, so our next task is to swap these bezels because, again, I want a black drive panel so that it matches the case. And that was actually really easy. And I think these are also swappable, these little flaps, the plastic flaps. Oh, so it's the same size, but it doesn't use the same mounting mechanism. I might still be able to just shove it on there. Or maybe I'll just be stuck with a white floppy drive, who knows. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that off without breaking it, so I'm just gonna leave it be for now. This drive should work. It's a lot more well built. Like it's really robust. Let's see. Like this one doesn't even have a plastic piece around the pins. It just feels like it was very cheaply made, as opposed to this one that's like quite sturdy. Now this case's mounting mechanism is pretty interesting. So I've got the cable here. Now the drive is going in right there. So I slide it in. And it starts to align with these holes. At which point you just shove those in, and then boom, it's you're set. That's literally all you need to do. Your floppy drive is in. You can kind of see. Yeah, there we go. So it's installed. The only thing I don't like about this is it's like pretty loose, so you can just kind of push on it and dislodge it. But I guess I just won't push on it. I say let's take this apart a little more because honestly I'm intrigued. Like, how does it get this dirty? It's literally in, like, it's got a cover. But it looks like it was submerged in definitely not potable water for several decades. I'll pop this off again. Whoop. That's not the right way. Meant to do that. So this should just lift up, yeah. I'll take off all the little plastic pieces because I don't want to accidentally break them later. Of course there's your motor and controller down there, but the mechanism itself, how do I take this top tray out? So there you can see the lever that opens it. So you can see the little window opening. So when this lever touches it, it shows the disc. And then it snaps down, the heads go onto it. But they're going too far onto it and like scratching it. Which is... Wait, can you like use this as a gun? Whoa! You can like launch floppies with this thing. Hold up. Sorry, I'm having too much fun, but like check this out. Okay, it went further earlier. Yeah. Alright, I'm getting sidetracked. That's the cops coming to arrest me for floppy drive abuse. Alright, so I'm going to try and disassemble this drive further. Looks like we've got screws on the head that I could take off. And because it scratched, I think, both sides of the disc, just from how dusty it was. So, I mean, I'm no expert on floppies. It may still actually work, but the drive does not work. That's for sure. Oh, okay. The top head looks pretty clean. It's interesting, these actually look like really small tape deck heads. Just comparing with other heads that I've seen. Alright, so let's see, what else can we do with this? I don't know how this comes out. Looks like it's maybe attached on the side here. Yeah, I think it's like attached on the side. Don't worry, it was already like detached. There we go. Wow, that's just a lot of dust. That's like criminal amounts of dust. Even the top of the screw is covered in dust. So I could either just like try and blow all of this out, or I could just completely soak it in alcohol. I might, you know, clean off the heads with alcohol. I think I'll do that. Ooh. Why is it like sticky? It's got a very glue-like consistency. I really, really don't like that. Alright. Okay, that probably didn't show up on camera, but there was a notable improvement. I swear, this is like an r/satisfying post. That's probably a subreddit. Ooh, that's disgusting. Again, I don't use Reddit, so I can't actually confirm that that's like a real subreddit. Okay, I'm gonna need a lot more Q-tips than I thought. Alright, so I think that, like, the actual magnetic section is clean. I've got the ribbon cable clean. Actually, no, I shouldn't clean the rails, because then I'd have to re-lubricate them. The dust probably isn't helping with lubrication very much either. So I might as well just clean them. I think that's showing up on the camera. Ugh. Like, look at what is coming out of this drive. It's clean enough now. I just have to figure out how the it goes back together. So I recall this going here. Yeah, this was here. But how? Did I? I think I did. Yo. No, that one's not. Okay, now it is. Okay. So that's like the part is back in, the big metal piece. So that seems to be working as intended. Now the difficult bit is keeping this in one place while I try to screw it down. Can I just like remove that spring and put it back on later? I think I can. Because that will make this quite a bit easier. Alright, now that I gave it a good scrub, it might still not work, but alright, because I haven't put the spring on, it's not gonna like actually go down properly. But, I mean, it looks like it's touching the heads. That's good. And again, it scratched it 2 places on the bottom. And those 2 places were spaced exactly like the magnetic strips of the head. And on the top, it was just spaced of the magnetic strip of the head. So, you know, that does make me think that the egregious dust was the issue. Now the issue is, how do I get the spring back on? There we go. Okay, perfect. So we've got a fully repaired and somewhat clean drive. Well, fully repaired to the extent that I could do it. I'll get a bit more alcohol and just, you know, swab right here really quickly because, you know, I don't need to, but It's just bothering me. Plus I'll probably get comments of, oh, you didn't clean it all the way, unless I do. Alright, and then I'll put the lid back on. Which I just dusted down with a cotton ball. Was that the way? No, this was, because it's got the space for the motor there. Oh wait, I needed the door first. The door isn't like vital, but it's pretty important in keeping dust out so that this doesn't happen. But I guess it pretty obviously wasn't too effective in this case. So this just goes into the side here and into the side here. It has this little spring part that hooks up under right there. No, it goes the other way, I think. No, I had it right the first time. First I'll get the plastic in place. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Now our discs have a little door. Alright, I'd say that looks pretty good. I'm gonna test it actually before I just like walk away. I'm gonna make sure it actually works. Alright, and I can't end the video without testing it out, can I? The correct answer is no. I've got it hooked up here. The cables aren't long enough, so it's propped up on the Sony drive. What is clicking? Is that the buzzer? Yeah, so the buzzer is just clicking, and it's just rebooting over and over again. I have no idea what's going on here. Here, I'll try unplugging the drive. What? Now it seems to work. But I'm not getting video. Is the board damaged or something? What is going on? Alright, everything that could possibly cause any issue is removed. If this still doesn't work, I honestly have no clue. Now it works. So it was something else causing that issue. Which, luckily it's not the board. I have replacements for pretty much everything except for the board in this computer. And yeah, now we're getting video out on the integrated. Probably knocked a PCI card loose. Or maybe the 9400 GT. Actually, that's probably what it was. Just bonked it out of the slot. Alright, so, Floppy. Alright, it's detecting IDE drives. I don't have any drives in it. Oh, I guess I didn't unplug the SATA drive. Alright, now I'm going to have to reconfigure all of this. Alright, looks like it is recognizing our drive. I'll turn on floppy seek on boot up, enable hard disk smart. I'm going to turn on USB keyboard and mouse support because, you know, that's kind of helpful. I think it works. I actually think it works. I think I fixed it. Alright, time to test the Sony. Gonna drain residual power. There we go. That's from the floppy. Alright. Time to do a floppy swappy. It's the worst joke I've ever freaking made. I mean, it sounds like a floppy should. I've got a original DOS Windows 98 boot disk. If it's possible to copy it to a different floppy, I think I'm gonna do that on my Windows 98 laptop because these aren't very common like the original ones, so I don't want to risk it. But that would be a sure test if it works. You know, if we get DOS running. Oh wait, I need a disk. Crap! No, stop. There we go. Wow, that's a much quieter. Alright, the Sony definitely probably works because it's making better sounds. So I'm gonna use our DOS boot disk. I think it's working. Or not. Our floppy is still in good shape. It didn't like break it. Here, I'll try with this. What? It sounded like with this one it wasn't spinning it up. Like the thing has no problem rotating. I'll try that again. Yeah, it's not spinning that one up. Okay, this is kind of starting to get on my nerves. If I flip this tab, will it work? No, okay. Alright, this floppy is probably not the issue. It's probably not broken. Okay, it's also really gonna bother me if I don't turn on the, like, PWM controlled fan. Which, I don't know why, but like all the useful features in the BIOS are disabled by default. Like keyboard and mouse support in the operating system. And turn off vortex mode on your CPU cooler. That just makes it sound horrible. Alright, I want to see if it's a problem with the drive motor or just... Oh, whoops. I wasn't fast enough with it. Got sidetracked, you know? Yeah. Look, the laptop's reading from it. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, look. So the floppy isn't the problem. There we go. So now it should sound less loud. I don't need this running currently. So basically, if it has no problem reading these Memorex disks, but has an issue reading these, I'm going to copy this drive to one of the Memorex disks on this drive that can read it, and hope that works. Alright, here we go. My floppy now. If the drive eats it, I'll also feel less bad if it's not, you know, like an original one. I'll just hit Control C on that. Go to my computer, 3.5-inch floppy. What is this? It's just a video file called balls. No, it's an MP3 called balls. Why do I just have a floppy disk with a YouTube audio library track on it? Okay, sorry. The balls on this disk is just intriguing. 1 megabyte. So I took the time to compress a YouTube audio library track down so it would fit on a floppy, and then literally just forgot about it. I don't know why I find that so funny, but like, I just did that for no reason. Let's try this now. Let's hope that file it couldn't copy was like not essential. Oh, it's so much quieter with that enabled. Yeah, it looks like that drive won't read. Yeah, because we're not getting the DOS anything. Oh, maybe. Nope. What? We're getting a different error. The same gist. Alright, it didn't ruin that disk, so I might as well try the original Microsoft one. Disk I/O error. Okay. So it could be that I just had the drive configured wrong or something? Because, like, it should work. I have no clue what the issue is. Like, I'm gonna make sure everything is, like, connected well, but after that, I'm just clueless. I just have no idea. This has taken a lot of time, and if this doesn't work, honestly, I might just scrap both of these drives, because I'm not willing to put any more time into this if it just won't work.